Yo, what's good? It's your girl Tay, back with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe. We're all about good vibes and good energy. And just all around being good. So if you ever ask, yo, what's good, Tay? I'm gonna be like, everything for real. Because I'm always trying to see the positive where there may be negatives. So if you want to be a good people, if you want to be a part of the good people, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm doing something a little different that I don't ever do. But I figured why not give it a try. I'm trying to build up my channel and just add more content to the show. Whoop de whoop whoop whoop. So I was like, let me go ahead and do a review. I also want to talk about Insecure. I really do love the show. I feel like I can relate to it in so many ways. So with us being in quarantine, I figured why not talk to a camera. This is very weird, y'all, sometimes. It's like I'm here by myself and I'm just looking in the camera talking. However, I'm gonna go with it because if you're new to YouTube or you new YouTuber, like sometimes what you won't do, somebody else will do. So maybe I can also look at it as me talking to new people about the show that I probably would never meet in person. And right now with everything going on in quarantine, it's like I'm probably not going to be able to really talk to a lot of people about it unless it's on the phone or something. So this is my review of Insecure Season 4, Episode 2, Low-Key Distance. So before we get into it, this is Episode 2, and I can't believe we're already in Episode 2. It's just going by so quick. But one thing that I hope that the show does not lose is Issa rapping. I feel like she did not really rap these last 2 episodes, which, that was kind of like something I really enjoyed about all of her seasons or just her character, her personality, was that she did the rapping. And so I just hope that they don't stop that. I hope that we get a little bit more of that, more of her personality. I hope she doesn't become like this person who just all about work and it becomes like a show that's not about your real life. It's about like work and stuff. So I just hope it don't become that. I just hope it stays true to what it first originally was. Anyway, so they start the second episode off with Molly and the Asian man. I'm like, we is not about to be saying not take the cake. We not about to be using Ike eat the cake anime for this scene right here. No, not even. But if it was an Asian man that I would date, definitely Andrew's type, which I feel like I never see them here. I never run into a fine Asian man. I don't. And even the one at the nail shop, it's like, that ain't it either. So, I'm all for interracial dating, getting out of the box. I think she needs to chill out and just, So, okay, Issa and the Condola girl, I don't understand why. I can understand why it's awkward, but I don't understand why they make it so awkward. Like, white people do this all the time. They'll be done dated your cousin, your uncle, and your brother, but they still at the house because they friend with the daughter. So I just don't see why we make it such a big deal. Like, if it's someone from your past, like, it's a friend. It's just, y'all should be able to, play it cool, which I think that's what they were trying to do. Just get out of the awkward phase. But I think they make that scene more than what, I think we as a people make it more than what it needs to be. Like, if you're done with something, wash your hands, be done with it. And let the next person go ahead and get dirty in it. Because I don't got nothing to do with that. So I think they're making it like way more uncomfortable than it needs to be. Because for me, if we about business, we about business. I think why they're so uncomfortable about it is because they both do genuinely like their friendship that they built. And now that they got Lawrence, it's like, well, can we really be friends? I think you should just be friends and play it cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing like how that all plays out. Because I think they'll be really good friends. So. Oh, okay. So when they all went over, I don't know whose house I think it was over Tiffany's house. And, Issa and Molly stepped off the talk for a minute. And, Molly's all like, I haven't seen you. You've been busy. And it's like, this is what it really is. This is what it boils down to. This is what it's like being in your 30s. Like, well, almost in your 30s. Or whatever. It's not really an age thing. When you focused on what you're trying to accomplish, your friends are going to feel like you're not really there. When it's like, I'm here because you talk to me right now. Some people don't even have that access to me no more. Like, when you get busy, only a few people can access you, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think Molly has to look at it as more so like maybe you guys spending time together would be more so in working towards the block party. Like sometimes your friend can just be someone who helps you with the event, you know, just being more than just that friend you get on the phone with, talk to, kick it with. Like, I'm not saying create boundaries for friendships, but I think there also needs to be a sense of like, you know, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But what I'm getting at is, I think we're going to start to see how Molly isn't growing with Issa. We're going to think that it's because Issa's not growing or whatever. They're just not growing collectively. Because you should be able to respect that your friend is just working hard, which is cool. But it's like, I miss you, friend. But friend, I'm also, you know, getting these goals down. Because if my goals ain't right, our friendship going to kind of be like, you know, not to the best of the ability that it could be. And on top of that, you know, I need my own financial freedom. You feel me? I got to work towards my own money. I got to get my own bag. And I'm not pressuring you to help me with that. So I kind of like how it was kind of like, that's what it really looks like to be busy. Like you haven't seen your friends in a minute. Oh, okay. So what that dick do or don't do, good sex and still not feeling close. So that was just a great topic. I thought that's where we're at with society. Like people talk about sex so much, but they never talk about the fact that like, yo, I really don't even know this guy all like that. Like I couldn't even tell you his mama's name or any of that. I feel like, you know, he's talking about like he's not opening up, we're not getting close. No, sorry, Molly was saying that. And I just felt like we as women, I mean, we all do it. We want to talk about the sex, but we never give knowledge to the fact of like, it's more to it than that. And the older you get, the more you gonna realize that. Like, well, it ain't even really an age thing, but the older you get, the more you learn yourself, the more you know what you want and what you don't want. And I think like when she says he's not opening up to me as far as Andrew, I just think that she needs to really just like let things give time. Like people's opening up is completely different. Cause me and my friends do this. If I invite you to my house, that's opening up. Everybody can't come to my house. Regardless of what the situation is, like kick it, chill, whatever. Everybody can't come to my house. But some people think that that's just a normal. That's you know, they go to everybody's house. So they don't think that like your opening up is different from their opening up. And I think that she has to understand like spending time with somebody is opening up. But, you know, Molly was trying to, she was trying to like, oh, we're gonna, you know, I'm showing pictures of me as a child and I'm gonna cook dinner. And, you know, it was just like, you can't force closeness. It happens over time. And I think that like we all fall victim to wanting to make sure that we are, you know, not number one to someone, but just wanting to know that they can be vulnerable with us. And so I think that in this episode, which was very short, that she really struggled with more so that. But one word that I really took out of this when it wasn't really a word, but one saying that I did like was when Kelly was like, she pregnant with the baby, I'm pregnant with ideas. I don't see y'all helping me. It's like, girl, first and foremost, I ain't never even been pregnant, but I know cramps is real. So I can only imagine what it's like having somebody like just crawl all up in your stomach and just, you know, making it hard for you. Oh no. But I thought that was pretty funny because that's straight up like, y'all be so pressed to help a pregnant woman, but what about me? What about me who ain't got no kids yet? I'm just trying to birth these ideas. Definitely felt that. You know, even though the show was long, I feel like I have a lot to say about it. It was a really good show. I'm not gonna even hold, I mean, a good episode. As always, it's always a good episode. I did like how, you know, I just think that TSA guy, that sex scene is just so funny to me. Because it's like, you don't really see too many, like, we don't normalize heavy guys. And he's not even I don't know what you call that. Because he's not fat, but he's not skinny. But it's good to see that on TV so we can normalize what all people look like. It's not always oh, he got a nice body and like, you know, he got it together. Like, no, baby boy like to be pressed. He like his booty button pressed. Like, what? No. But I thought that was so funny. Oh, not to mention the fact that where it's like, see, I analyze stuff a little too much. I probably be digging too deep, but hey, that's just who I am. I didn't like how, which this is why I love the show. she over here looking for the condom, and he like, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. Don't worry about it. Like, niggas is never pressed about you thinking that you might be with child, because it don't take that long for a baby to grow. And you know, like, they ain't never pressed. Like, you would think that he'd be like, where is it? Must find it. We need to find this. Like, TSA babe was like, don't even worry about it. Like, he just was like, yeah, it was on and now it's off. Get to looking for it. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was so funny how guys never care sometimes. They never think about it. It's so unfair. Anyways, so I'm kind of going through this scene from scene. But the other thing that I had got out of this was like Molly and like working at the law firm. I think the biggest thing about her that I realized in this story is that she definitely represents the, I don't want to use race so much, but she represents the black girl who I don't think she really knows what a struggle is. So sometimes when she's having like these arguments and these like battle within herself, and we looking at it like, girl, what you complaining for? Like, that don't sound too bad to me. He got a nice job. You ain't got to worry about who's going to pay for what. And it sounds like you taking the cake. So we don't get it. And then, you know, she having a hard time at work. And I think the biggest thing that I see on this was that, I feel like I'm saying biggest thing a lot, was that you can work with black people and you feel so excited about it. But in reality, it's like you going to struggle with them as well. They going to get on your nerves as well. As much as we want, you know, inclusive and we want to be like black people, I think that what she's dealing with at her law firm is a prime example of how like we still ain't got it together. We still trying to like create a platform for ourselves, but we also still trying to create a relationship within each other. And Lawrence finds out that him and his new girl and old girl are talking about him. It's like, okay, why wouldn't you think that? I think that would be a very normal thought that would come to mind. Guys only thinking girls talking about them, but it's like, yeah, we be talking about y'all. We straight up be talking about y'all. Ain't no, ooh, my whole eyelash got stuck. We straight up be talking about y'all. I feel like he made it more than what it needed to be. He's making a big deal out of it. Like I said, like people date other people all the time. Y'all already talked about it. And the girl was pretty quick to, you know, give you all she has. So y'all done made it official. Going on trips and everything. You shouldn't really be worried about me. You should never have to call me and say, hey, keep my name out your mouth. Like, there's no nice way to say it. I see why they met up. But in my head, I'm like, this ain't even a conversation we need to really have. Like, I don't even talk about that. I don't. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. That's just how I feel. But, I mean, I'm not going to talk about stuff that I feel like is, you know, personal or that I would perceive, you know. But it ain't my position to say what's personal for you or what's not personal for you. But, I mean, all they were talking about was that you're using mayos for your fries. Like, I don't think that was that big of a deal to be like, oh, yeah, we need to sit down and talk. Like, I don't want them talking about me. But you know, to each his own. Personally for me, it's like, if I'm gonna call you, if I would call my ex, it gotta be like a real legit reason why I'm calling him. Cause then it's gonna just feel like I'm calling you just to talk to you. That's how I look at it. But you know, they sorted that all out. I think that there has to be some honesty in the fact of like, you know, Lawrence does want Issa to win, and they all know that Condola is a really great person to have in her corner. So I think it's nice to know that your ex still cares about you. And I think that needs to be the most like transparency in all of this. Like, they're going to still care about each other. They're going to still want the best for each other. I don't have to make it seem like I don't have to make it seem like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like we try so hard to say, oh, you know, oh, my ex, oh my gosh, get him away from me. No, I don't want to hear his name. Don't want to see his face. It's like, but after a while, it'd be like, we had a good time, you know, it just didn't work out. But I still want you to succeed. I still want you to fly high. Fly like a bird. Don't hit my note, but still fly, you know? But, yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I think they're making it more than what it needs to be. I personally feel like this is how you get caught up. This is how you get back involved. And it'd be be like this. LA is so big, and y'all still, she just had to find the guy that I done been with before for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just had to find that person. That's what you had to do. And so that'd be the part where it's like, are we supposed to be together? Is this a sign? Do you belong back to? I don't know. But it do be like, y'all couldn't have, like, I don't know. And then Martin Lawrence is not your name. They need to cut it all the way out. So going back to Molly, I think, like, you've seen that she kicked Andrew out, and then her first initial thing was to call Issa. I think that she really needs to learn how to build more friendships. I think it's also knowing that, like, because I know, like, they're friends with each other. They're all friends, but I think that she's only relying on Issa when it comes to, like, wanting to get things off her chest. I think she really needs to build more friendship. I think that's the reason why they probably gonna fall out. Cause like, you want so much from this one friend, but you could go get you some more friends if you would just open up. You could have had Condola be your friend. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like I talked about it before. Like, you can't force conversation, and you don't know what it looks like to open up for people. You just don't know that. I feel like she kind of contradicted herself, because like, she was mad at Andrew for something, but then like she turned around. And she turned around and did the same thing to Issa. It's like, you mad at him for not opening up on certain parts. He called, apologized, which was cool. I think that they both had some wrong in it, and that's all about growing. And it's also understanding, like, the way he was raised was completely from the way you was raised. If you want a healthy relationship, you gotta be willing to let things happen organically. That's what's healthy. Organic is healthy. Try it. You feel me? So I hope that she don't mess this up, because I think they cool together. You know, a little different looking couple, but they cool together. I think that she just got to get out of her way, get out of her own head is what it is. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Like, that's all I have to say. Predictions for next episode. I don't know, y'all. I don't be knowing how to predict the next episode. I just know, like, you know, I love the show. I'm looking forward to seeing more. I need Issa to rap. I definitely heard to come back with that. But overall, like, yeah, it was a cool show. I just hope, I feel like Molly's gonna get on my nerves, but I think we all have a little bit of Molly in us. It's the thing that I think we all need to learn. Well, I say we because I don't want to be by myself, but is that you have to be solely focused on you and how you can grow. Anyone else that comes along to that is great, but don't get so consumed in the other. I don't even know what I'm talking about, honestly. Let me just end. Oh, okay. So I did want to touch on the fact that when Issa was like, "Are you happy? Because I'm tired." And I'm tired. What did she say? "Are you tired? Because I'm tired for you." I think that when you have to decipher when you're venting to your friend versus when you are complaining, because sometimes they'll mix in both. I think that Molly was just venting about the situation because Issa is one of her closest friends, and like she said, she don't want to tell her business to everybody. But she's talking about opening up, but then she chooses when she wants to open up. But then when someone does it to her, she doesn't know how to receive it. So I think that, like, it's all about dynamics. I feel like I have to make it very clear, like, are you venting or are you complaining? Because if you venting, girl, get it on out. Ain't nobody judging you. Let it out. Let it be free. You feel me? But if you're complaining, I'm thinking like, okay, well, complaining adds anxiety to me, so how can I help you? And so I think that just needs to be something that they need to communicate. And then I get where Molly's at. I know I feel like I've been bashing her, but I get where she's at as far as like her wanting more outside of sex. But she can't feel the type of way when someone else doesn't want that. Because I feel like when they ended the show with East talking about TSA Bay, and it's like all they talking about is just sex. And it's like, okay, but don't you want more? Like, I ain't gonna hold. If I was, you know, close to 30, pushing up on 30, almost 30, pretty much where I'm at now, I do not like want to be having the same arguments, the same conversations that I had or arguing with when I was with somebody at 17, 19, 20. Like, I would want it to be, you know, a little bit more constructive productivity. Like, I don't want to be having the same arguments. So I get it. I don't want it to feel like I'm still like just dating just to be dating. Like, I want to have purpose. I want to have intention. So I think that was more so where Molly is at with it. Like, sometimes I do hear stories and I'll be like, dang, that's all y'all got out of it? That's all you did? That's all you had to say? Like, I don't see the Go, girl, you got it. Like, the sex stories be cool, but it's like I do want to have like more inspirational stories. Oh, this sun is all over my face. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Definitely comment and let's continue the conversation. Let me know what are some of your favorite parts. What did you think? What is something you want to argue with me about? Maybe not argue, but just share your side of the story. But you can catch me at the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Yo, what's good, Tay? You can follow me on all platforms. And if you're trying to be good, then go ahead and join the good people. I don't feel like that one either. We working on it, though. Bye.
What's up? It's Jade Nova. What's good, Tay?